Hello guys, welcome to today's edition on Gospeltori. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, like too many things. But wait first, here with me is an amazing personality, Mommy Nina. Miss Mommy, can you talk about yourself?
Hi, my name is Amarachi Nina Omamba. Very long name, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm popularly known as Mommy Nina. I am an on-air personality, an author, and a personal development coach. And one, okay, what's that again? Okay, I am the convener of Ancestral, a yearly show that comes up in the city where I reside precisely, and it's everything love, everything sex, everything parenting.
Everything love, everything sex, everything parenting. I like that one. Okay, Mommy, the first time I went through your wall, it was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yes. You were talking about love. And one of the things that interested me most was the girl child stuff. You talk a lot about women's self-esteem and all that. So tell us, what inspired you in the girl child education?
Okay, basically, I am married. I've said that. I'm a mom too. Yeah, I have 3 kids, amazing kids. They are not so little anyway. Okay, so I found out that most women, when they marry, or especially most times before marriage, let me start from there. Before marriage, they don't even understand who they are. They don't know what they want. They are just there, like with the mindset of second citizen, quote and unquote. So it limits what they do.
Okay.
And eventually, those that are ambitious, most times when you find that when they get married, that is the end. They face the entire life in family, rearing kids, and it's like it's the end of the world for them. You find out that such women are most times unfulfilled or angry about marriage, but most times when they look at their kids, they feel like, okay, this is what I have, let me use this one.
Yeah, the kids are just the encouragement.
That's it. Let me just say the kids becomes that this is the achievement now. Like I use this one whole body. Yeah, sorry, I have to put Jim there so that I can drive my point home. So the point I'm saying is that what inspired me is that I love to see women, children do amazing things. It's not like it's a feminist something, but let them know that they wear the same power, they have the same capacity. In fact, when God distributed things, He gave everybody gift according to their own ability. He did not give this one because this one is a man, or He gave this one because this one is a woman. He gave everybody equally. So what are you doing with what God gave you?
That's the major
That's what drives me.
Okay.
So what are you doing with what God gave you? Don't come and say I'm a woman or I'm a girl and you sit back and don't do anything. You feel it's a man's word, let him do the change.
So the idea is the lady should prepare herself before marriage.
Definitely. You don't prepare in marriage now. You
Okay.
don't prepare in marriage. Actually, your choice of partner, the choice of partner, the man you marry as a lady, shows your value system.
Okay.
It explains your value system. It explains who you are. It explains what you understand about life. It explains what you put first in life. Those things influences your choice of partner.
Okay. So let me shoot like this. What's the most important thing a lady should do before marriage?
Before marriage, the most important thing is self-awareness and self-discovery. Dear lady, who are you? Have you been able to answer that question? If you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going to, you don't have a direction, that means anybody can sway you. Any guy can just talk to you. And you can just settle for anything. So the first thing a lady should know before marriage is, who are you? Answer that question. Who are you? What are you called to do? Because if you understand this thing, it will help you know who fits into the picture of what you're called to do, and that's why you won't struggle. Even if you're married, you keep doing exploit, and other people who are married are wondering, how do you do this? You're working, you're running the family, and you're living your purpose. How is that possible? That's because there's an equation you're able to solve as a single person before you got married. So the first thing first, who are you? Answer that. That will now help you do the next thing, which is having a skill. okay. That will help you do another thing.
You are actually bringing it down because most for me, I think most ladies are just waiting for a brother that have acquired the wealth and then now come and then in Igbo they call them Odesiaku.
See, okay. You see this point you're making now boils down to who are you.
Okay.
If you don't know who you are, you actually sit back and wait for one man somewhere to come take care of you. In fact, you have the notion of let me just say one private thing about me. As a single lady, I actually told that a man. I said I won't marry him because he had so much money.
Wow.
So I had his friends calling. The friend is the dad was a commissioner in Imo State. I had them call me up in school. I was hearing noise at the background. What's going on? They want to see this Nina that turned on a man because of money, that he has money. I said my problem is not that you have money. That guy, if I had married him, practically I'm entering his house with my boss. Nothing to build. As in I was feeling like I'm not gonna have a say in this house, I'm not gonna do it. But that's not the kind of thing I want. I want to be I want to be a contributor to your success, that when you look back, I can hold hand at old age and look back and say, we got to this point because we did this, we got to this point, together and stuff like that. So ladies who don't understand who they are, anything goes for them. If they see that, it could just be the answer for them. But if you understand, there are things that even if they come your way, you say, no, this doesn't look like. Probably if I had married him, I would have been so rich, there will be a reference, but man, I may not have fulfillment. I may not, how do I put it, fulfill purpose. I may not do my passionate purpose, which is the main thing that gives me satisfaction.
Yeah.
So when they miss the part of self-discovery and the rest of them, the other things are lost entirely.
Wow. That's great. Okay, guys, so I hope you're enjoying the program. Sit down, relax. More of these things are coming. Okay, ma'am. Let's start like this. What's the reason for so much divorce in our society today?
You see the way I laughed asking me the reason for so much divorce in our society. The reason is simple. Too much information. Too much information. Okay. Bible said in the last day there will be increase in knowledge. So two people are exposed to this is my right, this is how it should be done. People have gotten to a point of you don't do this, if you talk to me like this, is an abuse. While in the olden days it wasn't like that. Everybody knows, let me say it was more like a patriarchal society, the man is like this. But right now, we are getting to a stage where they put the woman like this, the man is not the one trying to dodge and beg. May they not kill me, may they not drag me inside here, stuff like that. Even in different communities. Okay, so I think that one is the major reason. As some people call it woke. It's part of the major reason why people then greed. I think greed is another thing. So most people, they see it as flashing. They just rush into it, and when they get there, it's not looking like what they want. They're automatically tired. They jump out and try and rush into another one. So is it
passion to build something that will last?
Actually, no passion to build something that will last. Like I said, information and greed, insatiable desire. They just want where it's flimsy. This generation everything is fast. Okay. Fast food, fast this, 3 minutes men, 3 minutes noodles. It's the same thing with them. So when things come, they want it that fast, okay, back to back, and that's why they keep coming. In fact, I don't know, so many things.
Should we blame the society for this, or is it an individual thing?
For me, nobody is to be blamed. Nobody is to be blamed. This is end time. Things are working accordingly. You can't stop what is going on. You can't stop what is going on. But the point is, you as an individual, what are you doing to secure your own corner? To tell them that the noise happening in the world now is not for everyone. You can actually do different in that noisy environment. You can actually be in a place everybody is divorcing, they go in, they come out. 2 months, they are done. If it's a small thing, they can just break down and say, I don't want to do it again. They take their back. You can actually be in that society where it's like an everyday thing, and you have a marriage and celebrate golden jubilee in marriage. So the point is, what are you doing? I'm not blaming anybody for this. Nobody's to be blamed. Because if you say parents, blame the parents, some of them will trend that when the kids get to the stage of awareness where they have to take their own decision and make choices, they drift away from there. You won't hold them and say you did not train them in the way of the Lord. There's a time a child comes to a place and says, okay, this is what I want. This is what they taught me. At this point, I don't want this thing they taught me. So you can't hold parents responsible. You can't even hold society responsible. Like I said, it's end time. And so most times, individuals are responsible for the actions they take. But the question is you yourself. What are you doing to secure your own corner?
Okay, thank you very much. I think you are preaching to me directly. And future babe, wherever you dey, make sure say you dey watch this thing. You know go separate to. I'll tell you on time. Okay. Now, ma, there's a high rate of infidelity among married people.
Okay. Oh my God.
So, a friend told me a story of a married man that has been, you know, this guy has been so much on this lady.
Okay.
You know? And the thing is, the brother is a Christian. So, ma, what's the cause of it? What do you think is the cause of it?
Infidelity among married women, like a married man having side chick.
Yes.
A married woman having an extramarital affairs. The major cause of infidelity. If you ask me, I would say it is personal decision. It is personal decision. I won't say it's end time or anything. Yes, it could be part of it, but then in that end time, you can choose not to do it. You are in charge of the things you do. You are in charge of the things you subscribe to. You are in charge of the things you respond to. You are in charge of how you feel and how you react to things. So if you decide to, have an extramarital affair as a married man, it's your decision. It's your choice. Nobody's to be blamed. Some people, you find them that wife, they don't have problem with their family. Like, they cheat, of course. They cheat. The girl know they cheat. In fact, you can't even insult their wife. Like, seriously, you can't insult their wife.
Well, they cheat.
Okay, that's the point. That brings us that to the issue of what? Choice is a well-calculated decision, one. Then number two, influence from friends. Influence, because if you keep saying no, I don't want, and you're always in a company of people that don't see anything wrong with it, one day you're going to try and then find it interesting and it becomes a norm for you. Not that initially you already planned out, I'm going to cheat on my wife, but the company you keep influences your decision. So I think that's why there's a rise. Then access to social media, people see things, a lot of things, and they've come to a point that forget it, everybody's cheating. So if you tell them there's a faithful man, it's like you're where is this one coming from? So when they get that kind of information and they feel like it's like I'm the only one that is not doing this. So you find them trying to practice what the content they've been exposed to. So all the same at the end of the day is a decision, a personal decision.
Big one now. Ma, what's your take on divorce? When will you advise someone to?
My take on divorce. Okay, Bible said, I hate divorce. Okay, that's number one. And he gave a condition for divorce when there is a case of infidelity. Okay, that's when you can divorce. But then, let's be honest. Personally, I cannot be in a home where my mental state, I'm having mental abuse, physical abuse, and I'm right there. No. My peace of mind is important. Yes. In fact, where there is no peace, there's no God there. Okay. So the presence of God is peace. The presence of God is peace. So if in that marriage I'm going through mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and I get to the limit of I can't cope, or I get to the limit of it's threatening my life, I will leave. In other ways, my stand on divorce is, apart from the fact that it's not infidelity case, you are living when it has involved physical abuse. There is wound, you get beaten up, it's a threat to your life. It becomes mental abuse where you don't have peace of mind. You could get beaten and still end to death. you may not end, you may not actually die, and probably you are alive, you will become in fact to some extent useless, because when you're not mentally okay, you can't be productive. It kills your creative ability. You can't even be at peace with God. You can't even pray because you are mentally unbalanced. Everything around you makes you angry, and that is not good. But that one is, I don't know if it's worse than physical abuse, because physical abuse is easy. They hit you, you collect the pain at that moment, it stops, you go and treat yourself. But that one is just something like you're battling with your mind. Anytime you remember it, you feel those pain that you can't express. Please, run for your dear life. That's my stand.
But someone say that when people got married, the first 5 years were training to.
Whoa, first 5 years.
Yes,
Well,
why I ask this is because most marriages now doesn't even last
1 year.
5 years is
Okay,
more.
me.
So for me, I think maybe these people are still learning themselves. You know?
Well, not really. There are people that dated that I guess is a period of learning. The only difference is now at this point, you don't have to wake up every day seeing that person. You don't have to maybe use the same restroom. You now see the person at the person most relaxed stage of this is who I am. And so that's the only difference for those that dated. Those that didn't date, marriage they learn themselves. But me, I usually say if you survive the first 6 months of your marriage, I think you can go. For me, I had my reasons. Yes, I had my reasons. Like someone like me, I didn't date my husband. Now I was married to a church that don't allow jewelry, they don't allow this, they don't allow. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
You don't even visit him. Although I wasn't the visiting person. Okay, so I actually had someone. Let's say we are dating. I liked him. We would have married, but I had my reasons why I told him I don't want to go into the marriage. And I married my husband. It's not like my husband is with you. Because I know our viewers will not say hey, he left the guy because of money. He's not rich. The person I left to is not rich. Okay, so it's an equal thing. It gets to the point of what I was telling you, self-awareness. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, so at that point, surviving the first 6 months of marriage, that's when the person's character start coming out. You're waking up every day. At that time, you can still have some affectionate or connection with your ex. So you could still it will still be doing like maybe I came here for play. There's an opportunity for me to go back. So if you're able to survive that 6 months, come on. It happens on both sides. I'm sharing my story. But if you're a guy listening to this and you're married and you have a girl, it happens. So she could still be calling to her. Nothing happened, he just got married. But so over time, if you're able to survive that period, you don't fall into any temptation do not fall into you. And the person doesn't get into, start bringing in a third party or third idea that could just scatter the marriage at the beginning. There are things that will happen. Someone will say, me, I can't continue. He didn't tell me this one. If you survive that period, I think you're good to go. The 5 years thing you're talking about, for me, I believe every 5 years of marriage is a different stage for couple. A different stage. Yeah, I can use myself as an example. My first 5 years, I would say I've been having kids. My first 5 years. And by God's grace, this year I've been entering the next 5 years in marriage. And I found out at each stage there was something peculiar. At that 5th year, there was something remarkable. At each stage is another growth. We've come to understand ourselves. This is what works for us. This is now where we are channeling our energy to. So if you don't allow those things to break you within those 5 years, like disagreement, the school, the kids you go to, how this should be done. There are tiny things anyway. If you're able to survive them, I think they are good to go. And that's what our parents had in the olden days time. That's what they had. Most of them didn't date, so you can't come and say they are learning in that marriage. No, they did not date. But the understanding of, okay, I am here, this is what I want to achieve in this marriage, and you focus on it. With a nice partner, it's doable. Okay.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for coming to the show. Okay, lastly, Ma, how should couples handle conflict? Because sometimes people allow third parties. You made mention of third party. So how should couples handle conflict?
Well, the house should come and talk about it. Settle your quarrel now. Settle your quarrel. Okay, so but basically the first thing is understanding your partner. How does he respond to conflict? When there's a problem, what's the first thing he does? Now, what kind of person are you? Because if you react the way he's reacting, there's not going to be any settlement. So number one thing, what kind of person is your spouse? How does he respond to, conflict and issues? Now, if you understand his pattern, it's easier to help you resolve conflict. There are men when they get angry, maybe in an argument, they'll be like, okay, or they say suit yourself. At the point of suit yourself, it's anger level or do as you want, and the result is not going to come out fine. So at that point, you can bring negotiations with them. Okay, see why I'm saying this, see the whole lot. But then, as couples, don't ever go to bed with anger. That's the only thing I can tell you. Don't ever, you have a misunderstanding, don't ever go to bed angry at your spouse. Because the more you're living it, the more it's compounding. And the devil is very cunning. So as you're angry and analyzing what happened, he's giving you more reasons to be angry. Maybe he said something to you, and maybe that they won. Because you went to bed with that, and you woke up in the morning, you want to be the devil will not tell you that they hold you. I told you this thing. You will not get angry. So okay, you should come and beg me. Okay, so things like that. Don't go to bed with anger. And there's something marriage taught me that saying I'm sorry doesn't mean you're wrong. Okay? Saying I'm sorry doesn't mean apologizing doesn't mean you're wrong. You can be right and still apologize. There just have to be a fool in that relationship for it to work. Yes. So you have to apologize. Then somebody is reviewing that might be asking if I keep apologizing and keep setting hand over and over again because he knows I'm definitely going to say sorry. What would I do? Very difficult one. One day, just sit the person down and talk passionately, say, you keep doing this, I apologize. It's not my fault. And this time around, saying sorry, I deserve an apology. A sensible man would definitely apologize. But you see those show book. I know you don't know what I'm saying, but then
no, but you have to explain that one in English.
No, what I'm trying to say, there are men who are just they are so I am the man of this house. Those type will never apologize, even if they are wrong. Even if you tell them they are wrong, they can never apologize. If you have such a man, please find a way to deal with him. When I mean deal with him, find a way to let it not be an issue for you. This is your person. Our Igbo Abi street slangs here somewhere in Nigeria here we say Odieshi. So this attitude, it doesn't get to me anymore. So you run your thing. It's actually wisdom. Bible said in Proverbs, a wise woman builds her house. It's wisdom, and you keep asking God for grace to know how to manage things and navigate. Trust me, you are going to be successful. Marriage is beautiful.
Oh my God. Oh, marriage is beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, glory. Okay, thank you guys for joining. We have come to the end of the show. Mommy, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm glad
to
be here.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, what will you tell? I need to do this. I would like you to appreciate Daddy.
Okay, so. Oh yes, I want to say thank you to him. I want to say thank you to him because
thank you. It's not easy.
No, serious. Hobby has been amazing. It's been amazing. There are things I know. If I had married one kind of man, I know I wouldn't get to do them. There are things I know that inconvenience him. There are times I've been away from home. For things he approved anyway, speaking engagements or probably official stuff, and he gets to man the house, man the keys and stuff like that. Not every man will do that. I don't take them for granted. It's not my right. It's not my right that he should do those things. But I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you.
Questions in your mind, please can you just drop it on our comment box? Trust me, Mommy, you will reply it, have you?
Definitely.
Okay, so thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. You see that subscribe button? Oh yeah, click them now. Click them. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Right. Bye.